Welcome back to Down the Middle, where we want to continue a discussion from our first quarter, which was the ejection of Meta World Peace, love it, formerly known as Ron Artest.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, he should have been suspended for way longer. First of all, I mean,
How many games? It was 7 games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which sounds like enough to me.
I think he should. I don't know. He should have been suspended for way longer.
What's way longer exactly?
Yeah, exactly.
About 15 games, maybe the rest of the postseason. I mean, you giving a man a concussion or something
Really?
Okay. The NBA is
now,
out.
if Harden
they're out to protect the players.
Now,
so
if
why?
Harden was completely hurt and he couldn't compete, then maybe.
I
but
still think
I wouldn't go as far. Maybe 10 games, but
I guess
rest
because
of the
I'm a
postseason,
woman
would
and
say
I
no.
care about people,
I ain't
and
think like
you
we
know,
don't care about
no,
people at all.
no.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
So what you think he should have been suspended for? Like how long?
I thought 7 was a good number.
7's good to me.
Boo.
The only thing that Meta World Peace has done wrong is to have a history. I mean, and because of that Ron Artest history, where he was jumping.
Oh,
in the
so
stands
since he's
and-
Meta World Peace.
Right. Well, no, I'm not
No,
saying that. I'm not
it's-
saying that. But what I'm saying is that he has a history, and so you see him do something. Oh my God, he did. But I don't think it was that bad.
I mean,
I don't.
Okay, let's just change the subject. I mean,
Wow, really?
if I elbow you in the headland,
Well, I mean,
what
I
are
don't
you
think it
gonna
was
do?
intentional. If you watch the video,
I'm gonna try to have you fired.
which we're showing, I mean, you don't see the elbow.
Okay, yes. So let's move on to the New York Knicks, your team per se.
Okay.
The fake fan of the Knicks right here.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. Let's talk about Amari Stoudemire. I mean, he punched a fire extinguisher. What? I mean, you're hurting yourself, sir. That's what I would like to. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting
Did he
yourself.
punch it or did he backhanded?
We don't know.
We don't know what he did. It was stupid.
He's in an arm cast now. That's what we do know. It does hurt the team.
It was pretty stupid. But
It's a game of emotions.
You already
right?
had Jeremy Lin and Iman Shumpert, who are not so big names, but
They're starters.
They're missing Iman.
factors.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Still factors on the team, and then you go and punch a fire extinguisher.
It was the fact that
It's
the
emotion.
fact that he
Emotion
lost to
of the
the
game.
Miami Heat and the fact that he said earlier
Did
in
he
the
punch,
season. No, I'm
anything since-
not condoling it. I'm just
Okay,
saying.
Well,
every time he
give you a
loses,
little
he's
backstory.
gonna
A
go
little
punch
backstory.
He has a history.
Was the fact that he claimed that Chandler, Melo, and him, they're the big three, and he felt that they could beat the Miami Heat.
Right.
He was talking noise about that earlier in the season, and he just got really upset.
In 2010, I mean, it was well known that he wanted to be one of the big three in Miami.
Exactly.
They chose Chris Bosh over him. I mean, he's had
Right. So
he
he
was-
really
I
wanted
mean,
that victory. Now, one thing I don't understand, though, when they got blown out in that very first game, he didn't hit it then.
that. Well,
But-
because LeBron James was flopping all across the gym, it's hard to be upset
Okay,
about
well,
that.
I
What?
mean, Amari Stoudemire, I still feel like, punching, stupid. That's stupid.
I mean,
stupid.
that. Him and Melo have to work out
Stupid.
something. And
Stupid.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Okay,
stupid.
I
Yeah,
agree with
stupid.
that.
I mean,
Alright.
we all agreed that he
We
needed to
agreed.
crash the glass more, but not like literally.
Yeah, not-
Okay, well, it's time. It's that time of the show again. Well, we're gonna talk about the New Orleans Saints. I'm
Wow.
gonna put a new tablecloth.
Did you bring that from home?
Of course I did.
Wow, really?
Shout out to my boy Antonio, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, make sure that
Okay.
keep this because he won't be here next year.
Not talking about him. Let's go ahead into the Jonathan Vilma thing. Good joke, Lovey. Jonathan Vilma. The NFL suspended him for the entire season. I mean, that was a low blow. Like,
Wow. Ron Artest Ron Artest was too short. Jonathan Vilma, who intentionally hurt people
No, he did not.
and got
He
paid
did not.
for it.
He did-
That's no,
Well,
that's-
let's just.
I mean, I thought
Jonathan
you
Vilma
was
made a
conscientious.
statement. I never set out to intentionally hurt
my gosh.
any player
just
and
got
never
paid.
entice any teammate to intentionally hurt another player.
I just
I
feel-
personally believe him.
Right.
Jonathan Vilma looks like a sweetheart.
You
See,
missed
his
the quote
only
there.
thing was he should have said something about it earlier. Whenever the coaches got questioned about it, he should have said something then and there because he knew that he was going to be questioned next, and I think he was under the advisement of his lawyers to not say anything.
You can stop touching my
So-
jersey.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
sorry, ladies.
Once they issue out the punishment, if he would have spoke up sooner, I don't believe that would have happened. Especially
Okay,
after a
well,
year.
it's said that the reason why Jonathan Vilma got an entire season of suspension is because he offered $10,000 of of his own money to knock out Kurt Warner, which is the Arizona Cardinals quarterback, and Brett Favre, who is the former quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. But it was said that Scott Fajita did the same thing, offered some of his own money, and he's only suspended for 3 games. Like, where's the 3, 4, 5, whatever? But Jonathan Vilma is the whole season.
Jonathan Vilma wears that big C on the left side of his jersey, which means he's the captain. I mean, he calls the shots. I mean, he's the guy that the rest of the defense looks up to. So when he condones his actions, the rest of them feel they have that.
Okay, but at the end of the day, you're your own man and you make your own decisions. But although it's a team sport and everything,
right? Don't forget that part.
Yeah, it is a team sport. I acknowledge
and there are leaders in team sports.
How many games you feel that he should have been suspended?
I'm going to be a little bit biased, but I really think he deserved no more than 8 games like the rest of them. Okay. Will Smith, another great contender on the Saints team, he got 4-game suspension. Yeah. Okay, so I don't understand why they doing this to us. Why are they trying to break our heart like this?
It's not personal. It's
fans. The fans are upset. I don't think they intentionally tried to do it.
Well, it's not personal, but you have to realize, and you have to go back to the Super Bowl. We know how much those ads cost. The NFL personally bought an ad for around $1 million saying that we have made this game safer for the players and all the ex-players. And we're getting the Junior Seau in a moment and making his life safer. Making all the players' life safer. And then we see this incident where players are intentionally hurting players.
Well, I would still be screaming, free Sean Payton and free Jonathan Vilma because I don't understand.
Bleachers, right?
What?
From the empty bleachers now, right? They didn't move the team yet? Okay, all right, I'm moving on.
You're going to be asked to leave in a minute. Okay. You're going to be asked to leave, love it.
All right, I'm done.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, back to we're still going to talk about him.
Okay.
Back to the statement he made. Do you think it's believable? Silence, maybe? Silence?
Do you believe that he didn't intentionally mean to get money for hurting other people?
The statement that he released, did he even write that statement? Or he had someone to write that for him?
How would you know, Landis? Okay,
what? I think
guys,
that's what it is.
Right?
Okay, guys. Yeah. Thing is, I believe Jonathan Vilma. Free Jonathan Vilma. Free Sean Payton. Because fans.
And free Drew Brees. Hey, free Drew Brees here. He's got a horrible contract.
With that said, we'll be right back with more Down the Middle.